The boy said, "I know how to heal your daughter." The wealthy man laughed until something unexpected happened. The Cole Medical Center stood tall in the city's center, its glass walls reflecting the power of wealth, science, and influence. On the 19th floor, access was strictly limited to authorized personnel. Medical staff moved quickly, exchanging quiet words behind surgical masks, concern evident in their eyes. Inside room 1907, Ava Cole, just 10 years old, lay motionless in bed surrounded by blinking monitors and silent hopes. Her father, Sebastian Cole, stood by the window, staring out across the city skyline. A billionaire known for solving problems with a single call, he now faced something beyond his control. "We've done all we can, Mr. Cole," the lead physician had told him earlier. "Antivirals, immunotherapy, stem cell treatment, nothing's working. It's as if her body is slowly shutting down." Sebastian didn't reply. He had barely spoken in hours. His phone buzzed in his pocket. Emails, press inquiries, and shareholder messages. But none of it mattered. All that did was Ava, his daughter, the only light left in his life since his wife had passed 2 years ago. And now she was slipping away. Then he heard it. A calm, young voice. "I can help her." Sebastian turned. In the doorway stood a boy, no older than 13, dark-skinned, slim, dressed in a faded hoodie and worn jeans. His shoes were held together with tape, but his eyes were steady, filled with quiet certainty. "How did you get up here?" Sebastian demanded. "Where's security?" "I'm Malik," the boy said. "I help with cleaning sometimes. But the girl, Ava, she's not sick the way doctors think. I believe I can help." Sebastian let out a bitter laugh. "You, a janitor's helper?" "I never said I worked here full-time," Malik replied. "I said I help." The hallway tensed. Nurses whispered. The head doctor appeared. "I'm sorry, Mr. Cole. I'll have him removed." "Wait," Sebastian interrupted, eyes fixed on the boy. "You said you can help. Tell me how." Malik stepped further inside. "My grandmother called it a gift. Knowing. Sometimes I see things before they happen. Sometimes I sense what others miss. Right now, I feel something's blocking Ava inside. Not a disease. More like her. Spirit doesn't feel safe." Sebastian's jaw clenched. "You're asking me to believe in magic and spirits? I built a billion-dollar company on logic and science." Malik's voice remained calm. "And has any of that helped her?" Silence. "Even if I believed you," Sebastian said, "what do you expect me to do? Let you say a few words and fix everything?" "I'm not asking for much," Malik answered. "Just 10 minutes, alone with her." Sebastian laughed again, sharply. "Absolutely. Not." But then, Ava stirred. It was the first sign of movement in days. Sebastian froze. "What did you say your name was?" "Malik. And if you think this is a trick, you can call the police, but what if I'm right?" Sebastian didn't want to trust him, but he couldn't afford not to. He nodded. "You get 10 minutes. Malik walked in, gently closed the door, and placed a small cloth pouch on the windowsill. From his backpack, he lit a tiny candle and sat beside Ava, resting his hand softly on her forehead. His eyes closed. Sebastian stood outside, watching through the glass. What happened next would change everything. Malik sat quietly, the candlelight casting a warm glow across Ava's pale face. Doctors and nurses stood nearby, uneasy and silent. Malik began to hum, a soft, steady sound, like a lullaby, but older. His hand stayed gently on Ava's forehead. The only other sound was the soft beeping of the machines. Sebastian's heart pounded. He kept telling himself this was nonsense, but he couldn't look away. Then it happened. Ava exhaled, not a machine-assisted breath, but a natural one. Then, another. Her chest rose and fell. A monitor beeped faster. A nurse gasped. "Her vitals, they're stabilizing." The head doctor stepped forward, stunned. "That's not medically possible." And yet, there it was. Inside, Malik leaned closer to Ava's ear. "I found you," he whispered. "It's safe now. You can come back." A tear slipped from Ava's eye. Sebastian stumbled backward. His hands shook. Then Ava's fingers moved, just slightly. Her lips parted. A soft sound emerged. "Dad." Sebastian burst into the room. "Ava! Ava, sweetheart!" Her eyes fluttered open, faint but real. "Hi," she croaked. Sebastian dropped beside her, holding her hand like it was life itself. "You're back," he whispered. He turned to Malik, amazed. "What did you do?" Malik didn't answer right away. He gently snuffed out the candle and tucked it back into the pouch. "I reminded her," he said quietly, "that she's loved, that she's not alone." The doctor rushed in. "This is highly irregular. We need scans, tests." "Later," Sebastian said. He turned to Malik again. "Who are you really?" Malik looked down. "I told you, just a kid with a gift. My grandma taught me to listen, to feel when something's wrong. Sometimes it's not the body that needs healing. It's the soul." But her tests, her scans, they showed she was shutting down, the doctor said. "Machines can't detect everything," Malik replied. The hospital quieted. Ava was now resting peacefully. Color had returned to her cheeks. Her breathing was steady. Staff moved in and out, still in disbelief. Word spread quickly. They called it the miracle on 19. Sebastian sat in the hallway, Malik beside him, sipping a juice box from the break room. "You didn't have to help her," Sebastian said. "I'm curious. Why did you?" Malik paused. "I saw you crying in the hallway 2 nights ago. You didn't notice me. But I saw your fear, your love. I knew you'd do anything for her. So would I." Sebastian nodded, holding back emotion. "You said your grandma taught you all this?" "Yeah. She raised me since I was 3, passed last year. She used to say every generation has someone who can feel things others can't. But most people stop believing as they grow up." "I used to believe," Sebastian admitted. "When my wife died, I stopped. Science and business made sense. But this," he glanced at Malik, "this doesn't." Malik smiled gently. "It doesn't have to." The next day, tests confirmed the impossible. Ava's brain inflammation had disappeared. Her immune system had returned to normal. The doctors were stunned. One even asked to interview Malik about his methods. Sebastian declined. He knew the world would try to exploit Malik, turn him into something he wasn't. Instead, he invited Malik and his aunt to brunch at his estate, away from cameras and hospital walls. Over eggs and toast, Malik shyly pulled out a drawing. Ava and Malik holding hands, a sun breaking through clouds above them. Sebastian looked at the picture for a long time. Then he asked something he hadn't asked anyone since his wife died. "Would you want to stay in our lives? Be part of our family?" Malik blinked. "You mean, officially?" "Maybe not right away," Sebastian said. "But we can start. With school, a safe place to stay, a future." Malik lowered his eyes, his voice shaking. "No one's ever offered me anything like that." "You earned it," Sebastian said. "You gave me my daughter back. I don't know if I can ever repay that. But I'd like to try." 6 months later, Ava ran across the front lawn of the Cole estate, laughing. Malik chased her with a kite, his laughter echoing. Sebastian stood on the porch, watching them. His daughter, full of life, and the boy who healed her, not with machines, but something far deeper. Once, he believed money could solve anything. Now he knew better. Sometimes miracles come, in worn sneakers carrying only hope.